Hello everyone, it's clayrammage. Welcome back to my channel. We're back again and it's great. It's an extremely cold day in Minnesota again. And yes, I'm wearing my nice warm Icelandic sweater again. And you may go, but he's wearing it a lot lately. Yes, I am, because it's very cold outside. And it's a great sweater because it keeps you warm, but it also, you don't get hot, and start sweating because you're too warm. It's just that right comfortableness between, keeping you warm and keeping you cool. There's just something about natural wool. Anyway, that's my little soliloquy on my wonderful wool sweater that I picked up at an estate sale, by the way, I think for $5 originally. But yeah, we have a Goodwill Outlet haul today. I ran over there thinking Saturday, thinking it might not be too busy, and it wasn't. And we found some nice little treasures. But welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for coming and watching our videos. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Feel free to comment. I love comments. And yeah, so let's just get right into this. Yeah, where do I start? Okay, well, I'll start with this. It's a little acrylic bud vase, the musical lyre symbol, but it says made in Hong Kong on the bottom. I don't know if that will show up or not. Actually, it'd be backwards that way because you can read it from the top. So yeah, and acrylic items, for whatever reason, are starting to become more popular. And so I thought, well, this is a nice little bud vase. I'm paying like 25 cents for. I can price it for 10 and make some good money on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I found this Tonka Jeep, and yeah, overall it's not too bad a shape. It does have some nicks and dings, and it's very, very dirty. Few places where the paint lost on it, but I've done well with these Tonka toys. Tonka headquarters is here in Minnetonka, or in Minnesota. And my mother-in-law used to work at Tonka, so when I see Tonka toys, I always think of her because she worked there when my wife was a child. So I think, oh, well, maybe this is one Marie helped put together. And let's see, I also found these vintage, this is a candle wreath, but they're nice spring flowers. The plastic is broken there, but it says Hong Kong on the bottom. UCP Hong Kong is the name of the company. But I just liked it. It's beautiful spring colors. So I thought that'd be a great thing with spring coming up, believe it or not, even though it's super cold, spring is coming. And then this was one of the first things I found. I was really excited about it because these are actually becoming a hot commodity lately. And that's these digital clocks, but digital in the sense that these, they do the flip. I have not tested this to see if it works. This one is an AM FM radio as well as the clock. Because I just brought this stuff home and I'm showing it to you guys. So there you go. But yeah, so just the clock alone without the radio is going for like $25 right now. So with the radio, if it works, I don't know, 40 to 50, I would think, which is kind of funny that these are coming back, but that's kind of what happens. And if you want to make money in the reselling business, you got to keep up with the latest trends, right? And then speaking of trends, another big item I got today was, guess what? That's right, a blow mold lamb. A little lamb. Blow mold. This one had the cord with them, so I chose to pay the 99 cents as an electronic as opposed to it being by the pound. And this one is not an old one. I'm trying to read what it says in here. It looks like $19.99. I think it's upside down. Well, then it looks like it's not upside down. I don't know. But there, blow molds are very popular. I sold the two bunny ones I got a while back for Easter. This one you could use for Easter, you could use for spring, you could use for Christmas, put it in the manger scene. So he's got multiple uses, so hopefully he'll do well. The other thing I found was this is a wooden carved kitty. Isn't he cute? Look at that face. He's just adorable. And he's wood, and his extremities, his paws, his ears, and his tail have all been toned black, or darker tone. And he's really in good shape. There was another one that was with him, but he had his ear broke off, so I didn't grab him. But this guy had all of his parts. He's just missing he's not really missing. He's just got an occasional, like he's got a little ding right there. But other than that, and he's dusty. But other than that, he's in good shape, and I just thought he is so adorable. And I sell a lot of kitty stuff, so I'm going with the kitty stuff. Okay, one of my prior videos, we had in the comment section, we had a discussion about the inconsistency of Goodwill Outlet Bins pricing. And now here's another example of that. If you stick to the rules, which is what I was trying to do today, these bowls, these are bowls. Even though they're plastic, they're considered dishes you can eat out of. That's what they keep telling me. If you can eat out of it, it's dishware that you pay by the piece. So I got 3 of these wonderful lucite acrylic, whichever, bowls. And then I also got these little sherbet dishes, ice cream dishes. Same pattern, 3 of those. I don't know, the 3 of each. So I don't know if one got lost or they just always had 3. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So technically I should have paid $1.50 for these, $3.50 for that. So I would have spent $3 all total, right? So then the cashier goes, and so I set them up, expecting to pay, set them on the counter, expecting to pay, 49 cents each, right? So she goes, well, these don't weigh very much. You just want to pay for these by the pound? So even though I was trying to follow the rules, the cashier's like, oh, you don't need to follow the rules. So I'm weighing these. So we're going to do a test. And I paid $1.99 a pound today. So $1.99 times 1.6, because it's just over 1.5. So I paid $3.18. So I actually paid more by paying by the pound than I did if I would have paid individually. And that's by approximately 24 cents. Not that it's a big deal, but that's what I mean. It just gets so confusing. And, and again, she thought it would be cheaper because they're light bowls for me to pay by the pound rather than by the bowl, but whatever. There's been other times they've given me great deals on stuff, so I can't complain. But anyway, that's just the frustration you deal with because you don't know exactly what you're going to pay. But one of the things I found that I know I didn't pay very much for were some vintage patterns. This one's a Simplicity. Most of these, oh, this one is dated. This is dated 1968. Here's another. This is it. Most of them are girls' dresses. 1967. This one is older. This one is a 15-cent pattern. And this one, again, it says Judy on it. But yeah, no date on that one. This one's a Butterick pattern. Again, girls' dresses. And nothing on here as far as the date either. But yeah, I've done well with vintage patterns. So I pick those up and I sell them. And so it's good. Because again, at the bins, you don't pay very much for them. They're not very heavy. So they're a nice item to get. Then I pick up tissue paper. I found a bunch of tissue paper in the bins. So I picked that up because I wrap stuff when I ship it in that. No, the trees did not come in this Pyrex dish. I picked up these Christmas trees separately. These are just inexpensive. They're not even really bottle brush trees. These are like the ones you get at Menards, the Limax ones made in China. But I got them for a Christmas village because you can never have enough trees at your Christmas village. I did get this big one that was a little, he got caught in a windstorm. He's in bad shape. But I found this Pyrex storage container. This is, I believe, their fruit line. Actually, this is vegetables. Summer vegetable line? I don't know. Huh, anyway. So the dish is glass, but the lid is plastic, and it says made in USA Pyrex right on it. Made for Pyrex. And then it has Pyrex on the side of the dish too, or the container down at the bottom. So I don't know if these sell really well or not, but I thought that's a nice 1970s vintage Pyrex dish. It's not for freezer or range top use, so don't put this on your stove. Anyway, but yeah, Pyrex is hot, so I thought, well, let me hop on the hot bandwagon here. Oh, speaking of Christmas, I found this tiny little guy. It's a little manger with baby Jesus in it. Made in Taiwan, and this is dated 1978. It's got the sticker still on the bottom, and made in Taiwan. And I can't quite make out the name. It almost looks like Gibson or something, but I just thought he was a cute little hanging ornament. So I grabbed him. Those of you who have been watching me for a while know that we do these. We make up backpacks for the homeless, and in the wintertime, if we find them, we put in like these hand warmers, and there's some toe warmers. So there were 2 toe warmers and 2 hand warmers that I picked up that we'll put in the backpacks as well. Now they do say expired on them, but these things still work, I think. So those are for our backpack program. And then last, I got 2 books. So I kind of got a variety of different things. This book is on picture framing. Part of this is so that even though I was in the framing business for a short time in my life, when I was still in school, I worked doing framing and matting and stuff. But this is talks a lot more about historically how frames were put together and all that kind of stuff. So this is an educational book, so it'll go up on my educational library, which is ever growing over there. As you can see, I'm now taking up 3 shelves, which it used to be only half a shelf. Oh, I also found a couple marbles. These are larger ones. They're a little bigger than shooter size, but a little smaller than shooter size rather, but they're a little bigger than otherwise. So, and they're modern. Oh no, I think they are hand blown. There's the little ponto mark. Anyway. So yeah, more marbles for my collection. And then I found this book too, which I grabbed just because a lot of World War II items are still collectible. And it's called I Flew for the Führer by Heinz Knoke. And I did a quick lookup while I was there, just to see about it. And this particular one, copyright 1953, 1954. This is the 3rd printing, but this is the 1st edition of the book. The 3rd printing, though, of the 1st edition. And the 1st edition is almost always, in the book world, the most collectible. And there was one listed for $62 for this particular book. So, it's a novel on a guy who flew. He was in the Nazi Air Force, so it's just kind of his story of the war. But yeah, so we'll see, if that's worth that kind of money. I didn't look into details on that other one. If it was $62 1st edition, 1st printing, those are what drives the price. Typically more higher dollar items, but so I'll look into all of that yet. But that's our haul, but stay tuned because I also today, and that's going to be a separate busy video, but I also went to an estate sale where I found some really cool stuff. So I'm really glad I went there. So stay tuned. That'll be coming up in a couple days too. Catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.